Hi, everyone, and welcome back to The Breath Between Branches, our Wildsea story. Wow, that was something. I hope you are having a great Tuesday, or whenever you're watching this on YouTube or the Twitch VOD. Thank you for joining us. You could be spending your time doing anything, but you've chosen to be a part of our wonderful story. So thank you for that. I hope everyone's well. A few announcements before we get started. As always, please join our Discord, discord.gg/magirpg. It's the best place to find out what is going on with us, find out about new games, find out about what we've been doing. The latest obsession is we've been playing Supermarket together. That's been a lot of fun. I have an itchy trigger finger and over-ordering the stock of goods, and James has been jacking up the prices. Bijan's been beating up shoplifters with a broom. It's been a lot of fun. So if you want to talk about that game and everything else that's going on, the Discord is the place to do it. If you were just dropping in on this and you're like, what's going on here? I'm very confused. I don't know what's happening. Well, you're only one episode behind, and you can catch up on our YouTube, youtube.com/magirpg. You can catch up on this show, House of Rookwood, which is on Wednesdays. We may or may not be back tomorrow. That's a little bit up in the air currently, but if things go smoothly, we might still have an episode tomorrow. And then if you would like to, you know what? Fuck it. We've got a new show, friends. I have been given permission to release The Hounds by Craig. So Dying Storms is going to be our Cosmere RPG live play that we are starting in 3 weeks. It is being GM'd by Craig and has Chris, Tracy, myself, and Mandy all playing in it. As a fan of Brandon Sanderson for the better part of the last 15 years, I have been looking forward to this since before it was even announced. I love this world. We have no less than 8 different people in Magi who have undergone the Sanderson journey. A lot of that in the past 2 years. I have read every single one of his books. Literally every single Brandon Sanderson book except for maybe the Steelheart series, so I am super stoked for this. That's going to be starting soon. And I think we have even more stuff coming after that, but we'll let that simmer for now. I love the artwork. Don't you guys love the artwork on this?
It's so good.
Juicy kiss, kiss,
So
kiss,
good.
Crisby. Crisby, thank you, kiss, smooch.
Crisby just killed it with all of these. I just cannot believe it. And if you want to know what's happening with all of these characters, that is going to be in 3 weeks on Thursday. If you want to support Crisby, Momo, and all the other people who do artwork on this show, Wild Tips is the command. You can influence the game, help the players out, write them a letter in-game. Lots of things to do, but all of it goes towards our production, most of which is artwork. Thank you to Crisby again for being such a wonderful part of everything that we do on our channel. So, yeah. And I guess that's it. I guess it's time, friends. You ready?
I guess it's time to sail Wildsea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got me so bad, you make it all slow down, not getting closer, you're killing me. You thought it's over, I'm waking alone now, not getting closure. I knew that it was seconds from you losing me. never know. You got me sober, you make it all slow down, not getting closer, you're killing me. You thought it's over, I'm waking alone now, not getting closure, you're feeling me. So done running around, I'm so done looking for love, don't call me. So done running around, I'm so done looking for love so blindly.
And we begin. Last time, it was a dark and stormy night. Switch it up a little bit. We had our characters in a lot of different places, coming from a lot of different directions, being brought together. Aizuesco thrown overboard and abandoned by their last crew. Vesh on his journey, his sojourn, as dictated by his people. We had Skel, our stowaway, quietly just hitching a ride, trying to get to the next spit. And we had Visha, who thought they were on their brother's sojourn, only to discover they're in a land much different in another time than they're supposed to be. You were ambushed by members of Aizuesco's former crew, but in a combination with a surprise pinwolf attack and good cannoneering skills and a few bolts of lightning, you survived the encounter, able to lick your wounds, and now are faced with the dilemma of fixing your ship, deciding where to go next, and making sure you have enough food and supplies to make the journey, as the Wildsea is a vicious and rough place. And with that, the rain has stopped, the sun has risen, none of you have gotten much sleep, and you have a lot of thinking, talking, and fixing to do. And I turn it over to all of you. First, I would like to go to Vesh. You might have gotten a little bit more than you can chew this journey, and I would love to know what has gone through Vesh's head so far during this trip.
Well, he's been gone for a few weeks. It's the farthest journey he's ever made away from home. Just about everything is going through his head. He's uncertain. He's committed. He's not willing to turn back yet. But he's not sure if he can do this on his own. And he's not sure if the crew that he's found is going to stay with him.
Yeah.
And that's what he's worried about.
Because the last crew you had did not stick with you.
Yes. They hopped ship at the first bit as soon as they could.
What would you all like to do, say, or prepare for your journey? The floor is yours, everyone. The world is your oyster.
I believe we need to fix things, right?
You currently have a broken engine. Yes, you have a broken engine. So you do need to get fixin'. I believe you are also out of food, or will very shortly be out of food, even discounting the pinwolf steaks that you all had for dinner. One of you doesn't need to eat, but the rest of you still are bound by your mortal forms.
Well, I used to be able to fix ships, but I don't know how much different this one is. But I could look at it. And by fix ships, I mean very loosely, I watched one of my brothers do it. but I think that's more than most of you have, right?
Yeah,
I have never fixed ships, no.
I mean, small repairs here and there, but we bring it back to the shipwrights.
Yeah.
I can do what I can to get us to where we need to go. At least enough to power us for that far. Beyond that, have not fixed the ship.
How does one own a ship without knowing how to repair it?
Good question.
Well, I mean, most captains don't know how to do everything on board the ship.
Mm.
You find a crew, you take it into port, you pay for repairs.
How
That is
does-
how you do it.
How does the battery work?
Don't ask me.
Aizuesco?
She leans in a little forward as if there's more to that sentence, and she's listening intently. Her ink blot eyes seem to it's almost like aperture, like zooming, like widening rather than coming in. It's like widening out. So like where they're kind of like angular, they kind of get a bit more rounded and like oval as opposed to that more angular look that was there before.
So you go to inspect the engine, and it was dark last night while you were checking things out. You look and something seems off about it. Like, is this, like, it looks like an engine, but something just seems weird. Upon getting a closer look, I would love, I guess you're kind of inspecting it. Study, I think, is the skill most applicable, but if there is another thing that you think is as applicable, maybe sense. Don't know if sense. Yeah, maybe sense could also do it.
Who was rolling? I accidentally.
Aizuesco,
wasn't sure.
I would say, if you're taking a look
Okay.
at the engine to try to ascertain what's going on. And the edge is up to you on your approach. Let me know how you want to spin that.
Yeah. Maybe iron? I feel like she's kind of like a kick the machine to get it working kind of girl.
Okay.
And in
Go.
that same kind of vein, I think. I mean, she's got a little bit in rattle, so I think.
Oh
I'd
yeah,
probably use
rattle. Duh. I forget about this. Yes, that works.
Mhm.
And because of your nature as a lightning conduit, I would say you'll get extra impact from this roll.
Sick. Just rolling 2. I think that's what I'm rolling. Yeah, 2. Sounds
Yep.
like I'm catching on here.
Mm-hmm.
That
Ooh,
looks like it's double
boxcars with a
sixes,
twist.
baby.
You go and you're like, oh, I think I know what the problem is. And as you go to prod the battery, you like push your hand in it to adjust something, and all of a sudden it parts. It comes apart, and you see dozens of tiny rats scurry out, and you realize that part of your engine had been replaced by these rats that had formed together to become a huge mass. And they disperse and start scurrying to other areas of the ship. And you see bits and pieces of the engine have been eaten through. And there is now a hole in part of the engine.
I told you
Oh
I was eating
God.
ranch rats down in the cargo hold.
Man, I wish you had eaten more of them. Damn it.
There's a lot more than that. You have a rat problem.
You
Okay.
hear now the skittering as they scatter to the lower parts of the ship.
All right. Well, that's one question answered. I
But
guess
what's
it
the
wasn't my
twist?
fault.
But what's the twist?
Now that the
was
rats...
the rats the twist?
I was gonna say, don't we give the twist?
That
that's
wasn't
what I
even the
thought.
twist.
Okay.
Oh,
so
right.
let's
We
Oh,
see.
give the
boy.
twist.
Yeah.
Let's see. What's a good twist for this? I have a twist.
Ooh.
The engine will still function barely, even missing a huge section of it. Enough to perhaps get you moving. As the rats have eaten through part of it, but not enough to actually cause it to break, at least not yet. Is that a fun twist? Or a
I like
happy
that.
twist?
I'll take it.
Now that the rats are gone, I guess
It
the engine can start moving again.
It is the heat. They are attracted to the warmth of the engine.
Well, we've got to get them off the ship. That's got to be priority number one. We can't let that happen again. All right, I'm gonna grab a net, and he's gonna go over into a supply closet looking for some kind of catching material, tools.
That's great. Well, you see, check the ship. What do you got that maybe you can use to catch some rats?
Actually, I don't think we have anything.
We got beast bones.
I've got a gun.
I have a gun. How about that?
You also are in a sea full of trees and infinite discovery where you could try to find or salvage something you could use to catch rats, perhaps.
You're telling me we ain't got a damn net?
Do you?
Not me. I'm
I guess
a
I
ghost.
I apparently left home with nothing on this ship. I said, throw caution to the wind. I'm going on a long
And
journey.
survival.
Yeah. Aizuesco, how did your comrades board this ship?
You are searching for an answer I do not have.
And she stops. Her fists are like tight at her sides.
Would not call them comrades anymore, personally.
Apologies. Low sour is new to me.
You have nothing to apologize for. It is them that require regret. It is them that require introspection, perhaps. But that is something I will be able to answer for you when I get my hands on them.
I understand.
and her arms relax at her sides. She wasn't looking like at you, Skel, during this. She's kind of aware of her temper, so it was kind of like a let me look away from the person I'm talking to so they do not feel threatened.
Do you think they'll come back? Were they after the ship, I guess? I guess an easy target.
What I think in response to them is no longer valid. I clearly do not know them as well as I thought. And I will seek my own answers on that.
Do you think they're
What?
okay? They fell off the side of the ship, right?
I do not think they are okay, no. After I blew them off the sides, we heard no more commotion. They were most likely taken by the pinwolves.
And further to that point, if they are agreeing with my former captain, then I must agree with Skel. They are not okay.
And she kind of just like sits. Her shoulders are kind of forward. Her arms kind of droop a bit between her legs. And she I don't know, it seems like she's like swishing her tongue in her mouth. Thinking.
We have beast bones. We can make a bone trap.
Maybe we can collect some vines to make a net, something. Well, a trap, I understand. Sorry, it took me a second. A trap might be a good idea. Probably have some scraps of pinwolf meat left, right?
The carcasses you brought down to the cargo hold. It was beast bones, as well as pinwolf skins, as well as an extremely long tongue.
Okay. Well, we could
But-
use that as bait, right?
Branch rats eat quite a bit. We could simply make it to port if it looks like this will run and hire a rat catcher.
We can't just sit around doing nothing until we make it to port. We've got to be proactive about this, right?
I do not fault the little stowaways.
Well, I see where you're coming from, Skel. However, if they get back into the engine before we make it to port, I mean, they're causing damage. I mean, it's one thing for you to be hiding out in the hold underneath. You weren't bothering anyone. You weren't tearing the ship apart.
I understand.
Maybe we can
Destruction.
find a way. Please.
Destruction warrants a home.
As you all are talking, you hear the scurrying and the chittering as the rats come back up, and you didn't notice at all, but Visha has been doing something as you've been talking.
I'm
And
just a little ghost. Sometimes I do ghost things.
the
Where
rats
is
seem to
Visha?
swarm around her. Visha, would you like to explain what you look like in this moment?
She kind of, while the three of them were talking, was listening and is thinking about the rats. And she's remembering back home when she had rat problems. And there's some herbs that attract rats, and one of them is peppermint. So she kind of had disappeared, like phased out, grabbed a little peppermint that is still in the medical bay, had taken off the underlayer of her skirt, twisted the top, and kind of just has been kind of like rubbing it between her fingers to like waft the scent. And the little guys, they're coming back. So she kind of phases back into reality as these little rats have coalesced.
Unfortunately, you get a little bit more than you bargained for as they get a little too close and the rats start crawling into your clothes. But
Oh.
you are being swarmed
you,
by
like-
dozens of rats.
Are you like on the deck, like outside the room, or are you still in the engine room?
On the deck, I would say, is probably where she would have tried to get
But
them
you
to
all
go.
hear the rats going up and you hear them going they're a little agitated, a little interested. But yeah, Visha, they're going
Probably
in your
some squeaks of
clothes.
nervousness
Yeah,
of
upstairs.
when you got a rat in your clothes.
Like at least 50 rats around you.
Oh.
Okay.
Hi, I think I got the rats.
Well,
She's
that's
like
not an ideal trap.
She like gently is trying to like pull them out and be nice to them. Rats aren't that bad. You know, you just have to be. They're very smart animals.
Be careful, they bite.
I know they've nipped me a few times. It's fine. I don't really
Okay,
think I can contract disease anymore.
An interesting
And she's just
theory.
like lifting them out of like spot like under her sleeve. And
They haven't done too much damage. They've nibbled you here or there. It is very uncomfortable, definitely. Sorry, I guess I should have content warning for people who don't like rats crawling, but
These are
apologies,
cute rats.
everyone. Yeah, they're
Like,
cute,
cute
adorable
little-
rats
they're cute, the little cute chubby ones.
that eat engines.
Yeah.
Okay. Where are we gonna put these rats? We
I don't
need
know.
to.
What? Climb off the ship. They will
Me?
follow you. Yes, Visha.
Well, where is she going? We're gonna have to pull the ship up next to a tall trunk or something, right?
Just drop them.
Oh,
Well,
Okay.
that could hurt them.
Aizuesco's left hand starts crackling with electricity, and she like.
Maybe we hold off on that track. I mean, they're currently being held by Visha. You might fry her as well.
what if I disappear?
That was my thinking personally.
Perfect.
Can you control this?
I did a few seconds ago. I could try.
So the plan is to jump overboard and then vanish?
Or fry them on the deck.
We're gonna fry him on the
fry 'em
deck.
on the
but
deck.
so I don't get fried, she's gonna phew, go
Okay.
incorporeal.
And you're okay with this, Skel? Dealing with the stowaways like this? You seem to be fond of them.
You said that they were destructive and no longer welcome.
That's true. Okay. Just wanting to be sure. I mean, we could certainly use a little bit more food.
We could eat them. You could eat them.
Are
Okay.
you sure you can go invisible?
It appears we are going to find out.
Are you sure that going invisible is going to protect you from a blast of electricity?
I don't know.
We will find out.
I will control myself a bit.
Okay, that would be good. But I'm assuming if I am incorporeal, what would the lightning touch?
Incorporeal.
Means invisible.
Without body.
Well,
Okay,
the
I'm gonna do
electricity
it.
still has to take up space, but that is fine.
And she aims her hand like a cannon, like she's holding it out and like supporting her left hand with her right at the elbow. And she's gonna her head like snaps up towards Visha's, just like to make eye contact, to be like, so you can see it coming. And she's gonna fire out a relatively weak jolt, because it's like they're rats, man. They're not gonna like. She doesn't need to.
Yeah,
like,
you don't need high voltage.
Right.
Yeah.
Danger, not high voltage. when we
When
fry
we
rat.
touch, when we kiss.
I'm so glad you got where I was going on
Yes,
that.
yes.
And
Yeah.
actually, she's gonna slowly approach so that the like she doesn't need to use so much to arc it far. You know, like she's trying to close the gap a little bit so she can keep the voltage low.
Okay. So
But she's moving very slowly, like she's not trying to startle these rats.
yeah, I feel you. The rats are very enthralled by Visha, and so they are just crawling all over her, not really relenting, as they wouldn't say it's a frenzy, but it's catnip, basically, to rats.
That little rat nip.
Little peppermint nip.
So I
Yeah,
guess I
catnip.
will have you attack with your lightning, and Visha, I would like you to go invisible
my
and
aspect?
brace, against the lightning. I guess for the reaction, grace, sharps. I don't know which edge, one of those maybe.
I use grace.
Okay, and what skill? What do you think, friend? To try to dodge a lightning bolt by going incorporeal. Brace.
Grace
even
or
th-
veils?
no, I think it's,
Veils.
yeah, grace. I
Grace.
think makes sense for the edges. I was saying for the skill though. I think
Oh, the skill?
brace maybe.
It doesn't matter.
Sense?
I don't
Alright.
have anything in any of
Sense
those.
makes sense to me. Yeah.
Honing one of your senses, detecting and defining, becoming aware.
Reacting to okay, yeah. I think
Unseen or
that's fine.
unexpected. Okay, yeah, then I'll do grace and sense.
And Aizuesco, you can do the same thing you generally do when you're using your lightning. Oh boy.
Basically, grace and flourish. Yeah. So okay. Now, would that be because I'm using lightning's call? Is that 3?
Is that the what? Sorry, I couldn't hear.
Because I'm using one of my aspects. Is that 3d6 or is it still 2?
I think it is still
Yeah,
2.
what does an aspect do?
An
It's not
aspect enables you to do the thing. It basically
Okay.
saying if you do not have the aspect, you would not be able to do the thing. Yeah. So
Gotcha,
the
okay.
aspect
You can also
essentially
cut-
enables you to do the thing.
You could also cut for precision.
Yeah,
Usually that's for like targeting more specifically, but maybe to like be a little bit less full blast or something. Maybe you can.
I've already rolled.
Oh,
You do like that.
Sorry.
I'll take
So
it.
it was,
I'll
a,
keep that
it
in mind
was
for next
a 5 on the roll and
No.
then a
No. 1.
disaster for the reaction.
What can I say? I'm a professional. Been a ghost for a day.
It's not bad, but as you go incorporeal, the lightning goes through your body anyway, and the lightning rips through most of the rats. And I think it makes sense for you to take a mark to your spectral variance as you get zapped going incorporeal by the lightning. And oh my god, it hurts. It hurts so much. If you have ever accidentally touched the plug of your washing machine or dryer while plugging it back in. Yeah. That for a second. And
Our little
get
form does a little glitch out.
not bad. Yes. But you see a pile of rats and you smell the charred flesh of them. And the ones that survived or did not hit scurry off. Some of them jump off the ship. Some of them go further into the ship, but it's maybe a handful total from the several dozen that were there before.
Aizuesco looks concerned. And she takes 2 steps back and her hands go down immediately.
She
Are
just gives
you
a little thumbs
okay?
up.
Oh my god.
Your hair is standing up.
Yeah, that didn't feel good, but I think it kind of worked.
I count 26 burnt rats.
Oh my god. We should get you to the med bay. Maybe you could look yourself over?
I'm
Rest a bit? Are you
Okay.
sure you're okay?
I'm just gonna sit for a little bit. But it worked. We have no more rats.
And now we have more food.
Mhm.
Yes, I was going to mention, this is more than just normal salvage, this amount of rats. Please add to your cargo of the ship, rat meat. You have enough rat meat to last for several days at least.
Are we out of... Did we eat all the pinwolf meat?
I believe you did, yes.
Okay.
But you have enough rat meat for at least a few days, so you can add that not just to your individual salvage, but to the ship cargo. The difference there is cargo is a significant amount. You basically, you Oregon trailed that a little bit.
Nice. Well, there solves your rat problem, Captain Vesh.
Okay, I guess it does.
Food
Good.
problem.
This appears to be the second problem I have solved for you.
You have my gratitude. Thank you.
Oh, well, hold on.
And she stops. And like there's a little bit of like worrying in her ink blots.
That is the second today, third overall with the Pinwolves last night.
And she has like a big smile on her face.
Cute.
I'm really glad you're here, Aizuesco.
Are we keeping track? Do we get prizes?
We're all part of this crew. That's, you know, it's what a crew does. We help each other out.
I
Right?
see. Yes, yes.
Can we keep points?
I mean, Visha here has helped mend our wounds. Skel, you blasted the bejesus out of those intruders before, and I've provided this wonderful ship for us to sail on.
That's still not working properly.
We'll get there, though. You know, it was working to get to this point where we all came together.
That counts for something, yes.
Yeah. I hope so. Okay, I
So-
guess I'm gonna go check for more rats and just make sure they're not hiding anywhere else.
You want peppermint?
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be great actually.
They love it.
I can see that. Okay, if I find them though, Skel, maybe you can try and put together a trap this time. I personally don't want to get shocked by Aizuesco.
Not that bad.
Aizuesco, sorry. Sorry about that.
She nods like, good, you got it, good.
Okay, yeah, and I'll take tally, make sure that if there's any other damages that maybe we didn't see before, see if we can patch anything up. And he goes off to try and be useful.
Does he seem flustered?
Oh, very. But technically, his whole life depends on this journey.
What journey?
Well, if it's still the way that it used to be, which it sounds like it is, where we're from, when you come of age, you go on a sojourn of your choosing.
Sojourn?
Journey.
Journey.
And the goal is to better our community, our society. So whether that's you're going out for a rare plant, or you're going out to recruit militia, or you're going out to discover something to bring back home. That brings a lot of renown to your family and to you, and you get promoted in our society because of that. But if you come back and are deemed a failure, well, that's usually not so good.
What would 26 rats give him?
A life in the mines.
More rats then.
Well, maybe like a rare rat, like a rat that's never been seen before. That might do something. Something that no one else has ever done is the goal.
I can relate with this somewhat.
Is it like that where you're from?
Not exactly. I would consider myself an outlier.
That's not a bad thing. I was too.
And
But
you
I
see
have
Skel
a
just
similar desire.
picking up rats and putting them into like a bag of sorts.
Collecting the rat meat.
I'm going to bet Vesh is also an outlier too.
As you say that, you see Vesh like struggling with the peppermint, and he's found another errant rat, and it surprised him, and he's and he throws it overboard. Oh shit! Could have eaten that one.
Skel, as you are picking up and putting these rats in, you hear something very gently enter your ear.
Oh.
Enthusiastic stowaway. And you can add that whisper to your inventory. The words kind of rattle around in your heads as you were collecting the rats.
And you just, Skel whispers to himself, less destruction for home.
And Frank the GM is going to tick a clock.
Yeah,
A bad
oh,
clock.
it's not a clock in my Tuesday game.
In
A
your
clock.
Tuesday game, a clock.
Wild, unheard of. Never
It
seen before.
Surely never happens.
Mm-mm. Dang, we all do be little outliers, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Just little misfits.
Huh. Skel, Aizuesco. Are you going to stay on this ship?
You may get the sense that she takes that the wrong way because she takes a very defensive stance when you ask that question.
She's kind of sitting on the railing, kicking her feet as she asked. She seems very casual.
Why are you asking this question?
I was
Is
just
there
curious.
a line of reasoning?
Mostly curiosity, but I also was just wondering if you know, had families to go back to, or things you wanted to do, or if you were going to stay for a while.
Her head turns away, tentacles whipping a little bit in a bit of an erratic pattern, not like they were following the motion. And then she tilts her head downward as if her eyes are drawn to the floor. And
I was asked a similar question before I found myself thrown overboard.
Oh, well, I'm not going to throw you overboard. That wouldn't be very nice.
Well, nice is not really the point here, is it?
For me, it is.
I plan to stay.
Oh, good.
Whether or not all of you want me here is up to you.
And you see Skel grabbing the tails. Yeah, we stay. We don't have family. Nowhere to go.
Good.
So if
Well-
this is home, I stay. We stay.
Of course. I think he's going to need quite a bit of help. He's got a long way to go. But, it seems like he has the right head on his shoulders.
He needs a mechanic.
Yes. Desperately.
Maybe we put all of our monies together in the next bit and buy him a manual.
Visha, while you are not a mechanic, just looking across your skills,
Yeah.
you know a little bit about engines. You
She
might be
does.
able to help.
I could
How
always.
about you, Visha? Are you staying?
Of course I'm staying. This is my family ship. He's just borrowing it for a while. So, I think the best case scenario, speaking of mechanics, since it's already broken beyond repair, well, not yet broken beyond repair, I might as well take a crack at it. I can't break it more.
Your reasoning is sound.
Best case scenario, it works. Worst case scenario, we're here.
And
I
this
have-
seems like a great time for you to use either the beast bones or perhaps that flexible tongue to try to improv the missing pieces of the engine that the rats have eaten through.
That sounds like a good idea. Sometimes
Um,
all it takes is a bone and a flexible tongue. God damn.
God
I'm
damn!
sorry. I'm not sorry.
Ah!
Got him. Anyway, let me take a crack at it. What can I say?
I will get you the body parts for the engine. And Skel clambers down to the cargo hold and comes back, and he's got this long cut off tongue and a handful of bones, and with his two hands he's holding a chest full of bones, a handful of bones, and in his third arm he's holding the tongue, and it's like a whip, kind of. It's like flailing back and forth.
That's something. We're gonna have to make do.
This tongue could act as a belt.
Oh, yeah, if it had enough stretch.
It's flexible.
That's true. We did say it was flexible. Okay.
All right. I can probably attach it here and here.
Go ahead and
Bones.
probably sharps and rattle, and you can wax poetic about how you repair this engine with the bones and the tongue,
You
if
know
you
me.
so choose.
Oh my god. It's like I'm Dom Toretto. All over again.
Channel your dom.
No need. It's always there. I have a
Momobee
6, a
is
5, and a
Dom
3.
Toretto.
Hell yeah.
Triumph.
Triumph! so
How
what
do
she's
you
gonna do?
how do you fix this? Tell me, Visha.
I don't know what's broken in this. Momo doesn't. So I'm just gonna.
You can make it up. That's the
Okay.
that's the nature. It's it
Perfect.
runs on lightning energy,
flexible
batteries,
tongues.
let me see what. Read out the exact your exact engine. Yeah, volt storing batteries rigged up to regulate and distribute power. Their crackling hum makes nearby insects and superstitious undercrew uneasy. So yeah, you can make up the details of what this engine looks like. If you're having trouble, I'm happy to fill in the details. But you know, we build it together.
No, I think I know. So she will take a few of the bones and kind of prop them in a little like pinwheel kind of on either side, the littler ones. And then she will, like, because I'm thinking about it like a timing belt, kind of.
Mhm.
And make 2 little pinwheels with bones. Take the flexible tongue, attach it to one end, and then kind of fasten in the spot probably where there was an actual gear that's broken. That's where the little pinwheel will go. Stretch the tongue over to the other little bone pinwheel. Attach. Probably could use some kind of medical gear that's in the med bay to essentially stitch the tongue so it's not going to come apart. Because
I
it
think
is a
you could
muscle.
use tongue, wrapping it around the bones like in a like you're doing sailor's knots, you know?
Yeah, especially if it's like a long skinny little tongue.
It's stretch. It's elastic. It's like the cables you use to strap the Christmas tree to the roof of your car. You know.
Okay.
Ooh,
Oh, then
okay.
that's easy. Yeah,
Like the
that's so
bungee
easy then.
cables.
Yeah, if it's like a bungee cable, that's so easy. And so essentially she's created this little thing that can spin with the little line across.
It takes
bone
you
and flexible
probably 20, 30 minutes all in, but you do it. Hit the start and
She looks
and
at
it
Skel.
starts crackling.
And you see
and-
Skel, like, he clambers out of the room once it turns on.
And you
Yay!
hear the bite on the front of the ship start going, and the ship begins to lurch into motion.
As Skel is scurrying out, Vesh pops his head in. It's working. You got it working.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
I told you I knew how to do a
Alright.
few things.
This is a sturdy ship. She's gonna serve us well. And he slaps the engine a little bit.
Stop. Careful. Please. It's also
okay.
very old. It's like 200 years old.
Mm.
That's
30.
a tried and tested ship. That's what I'm hearing.
Exactly. All right, well, let's not try it anymore. Because I only
Okay.
had the one tongue.
Understood. We're gonna make it to the next spit or port town. And Vesh rummages through his belongings and he pulls out a Junction Network book, which he has on him. Let's see where we were heading, and he's gonna flip through the pages. Well, this should be accurate enough. I mean, we're still not that far from home. And he's gonna look up what could be the nearest town. GM, what would potentially be?
I
options there.
do have a town for you all.
A town?
I do. The
That's weird.
GM has built a little bit. It is a spit called Rusttown. And it is to the northwest of here, a few days' journey. Or if you really burn, you might be able to make it in one day.
Okay. Well, I don't think we want to put this engine through its paces, right? We'll take it at a normal pace until we can maybe find some sturdier repair materials, right?
I think so. That makes sense to me.
Yeah, we'll see how she handles. Okay. I'll go set our course, and he's gonna go up to the navigation.
Excellent. Great segue to the departure. You have your heading. I guess it is going to be Vesh manning the helm. I am assuming it's going to be Visha tending the engine. Would anyone like to go in the observation tower to take watch?
I think Aizuesco would do it.
And then another thing is you can have someone watch the weather to look at future weather conditions to
Wow.
watch out for things. Otherwise, if you would not like to do any of those things, whoever's left can work on some projects while the ship is in motion. That is up to y'all.
Skel,
Aizuesco
like,
could also watch the weather. So
I can do either or. What would you rather do, Aizuesco?
I think the weather is probably going to be a bit more of her forte. So I think that might be the smarter play for her.
Got it. Okay. Then Skel will take the observation post.
All right. And you are just going to travel at a normal speed because you don't want to push the engine too hard. It's been pushed enough as it is. All right. So let me make a clock for our journey. Rusttown we go. I guess I'll roll the d6s for this. Yes, yes. Okay, okay, and now I gotta roll one more. Okay. Your journey through the first day is relatively uneventful. You manage to get the ship away from the sink that it almost had entered, back through the tangle and up to the top of the thrash as it slithers and cuts through the treetops of the Wildsea. And for a moment, Vesh, it kind of reminds you about it feels good. You've got a crew, things have been hard, but as you're at the wheel going through wind in your face, like, things are good. Things are happy. Feels pretty good. Several hours go by through the day, going at a good clip. Aizuesco, you are the one that notices first something strange. You see clouds coming from the distance. The taste of copper on your tongue and on your lips. Something strange in the air. And from the clouds, you can see not water, but raining something much more morbid from the clouds ahead. You think it's raining blood in a storm coming across a few hours out.
Interesting. From a lacerated sky.
Any Slayer fans out there?
Would she have previous
Have you
experience
heard of
with
this before? You
Yeah,
know
basically.
that there are storms that rain things other than water. Sometimes metal, sometimes things as odd as screams or insects. This is
Okay.
the first time you have seen like the sky crying blood. It's a little bit disturbing.
Then she's gonna call attention to this for the crew, I think. That's not something she would keep to herself, especially now because she's feeling a little vulnerable.
And
So
up in the crow's nest, you have a little communication device that will let you talk to the captain at the helm.
There is a storm of blood. It is approaching shortly. Perhaps an hour, possibly less.
I'm sorry. What was that? Could you repeat what you said there? That didn't sound real. What did you say?
A storm of blood is approaching. An hour, maybe less.
Storm of blood.
So you did hear me.
I did. It just didn't. Okay, yeah, I heard you. Visha, Skel, you familiar with this?
Am I familiar with this?
you've heard of weird things in storms. I don't think either of you have ever heard of it raining blood. But you taste the copper
no.
in the air as it gets closer. That tangy
should-
Okay.
metallic taste.
We should go inside. Probably a good idea.
Are we still below?
the blood storms?
No, you're on top of the tree covers now. You're on.
We're on the tangle now.
the-
We're not in
the-
the
the thrash.
oh no,
thrash.
the
The
thrash.
Yeah. On
Yeah.
top.
Should we? I don't like the sound of that. Is something very large bleeding up there?
What do you want to do, Captain Vesh?
Oh, I don't know. Gossamer never told me about anything like this. Maybe we should go down into the tangle.
We could,
Are you sure this is something you want to do? It
we
is
could
quite
also go
dangerous.
around it.
Can we avoid it? I mean, that might add days to the journey. Visha, will the engine hold for that long? Do we need to get to port sooner?
As long as you don't push it, like go faster than you need to, and we don't take any more rat attacks, it should hold just fine.
I don't think there's any more rats on the ship. I hope.
There's always rats on a ship.
Well, hopefully not a mass large enough to eat the engine. Okay. Yeah, let's go around. I don't like the idea of having to swab the deck for blood.
Enthusiastic.
It is as you say.
I couldn't hear you,
Yeah.
Frank.
The whisper that you heard earlier. Enthusiastic stowaway. Just echoing. When you mentioned rats.
Okay. All right. Let's put the let's change course.
You're gonna try to
How
go
does the ship
around the storm?
navigate?
How does it
Is there
sail?
a wheel?
Yeah,
How-
there's
is there
a
like
wheel. You just spin a
Yep.
wheel. Yeah. It
All
is
right.
like a
yeah.
ship.
So he's gonna go ahead and spin that wheel to port to starboard and try to go around.
Excellent. In that case, I'm going to need Visha. You are going to try to. You don't know if you can make it without pushing the engine a bit. You think you might get
Ooh.
caught if you're gonna try
Um,
to go around the storm.
If you're going to try and go around it, I think that's going to push the engine. There's a chance it's going to break again.
Okay. Even if we go at a normal speed.
You might
Okay.
not. It'll come down to luck. But if you push the engine a bit, Visha, you're pretty sure you could beat it. But it's 50-50 on if not.
The
So
thing is,
we'd have to
if-
push the engine. Okay.
You would have to for us to travel at a speed fast enough to get around the storm.
Okay. All right. I guess we're not going to make it around this storm then. I don't want to risk getting stranded again. Okay. Let's lock down everything that we can. Bring everything underneath from on top of the deck so it doesn't get covered in blood, and see if we can. I don't know. Create a top out of. Maybe we can use the hides to cover some critical points of the ship. Maybe make sure the blood doesn't seep through to the engine.
Okay, I can start covering the engine.
I can
All right.
bring in various goods to the cargo hold. I will be
All right.
away from the observation post, though.
So you're dropping
That's
anchor?
fine. No, I think we're going through.
Oh, you're plowing through. Okay. Sweet.
We're gonna cut. Yeah, I mean, if we can't avoid it without stressing the ship's engines, so we're going to go through. So Vesh immediately springs into action, helping Skel like secure anything down, anything that can be removed to below decks, so it doesn't get covered in blood, which I imagine is probably worse than just your normal rain, as far as getting it all over things.
Yeah, it's probably going to be messy. All
He
right.
springs into action.
I would say, man, I don't know. I wouldn't say you're in any danger. So yeah, you get a tarp from below deck as best you can, cobble some things together, and but you're gonna have to remain on deck with the wheel.
Okay. That's fine.
You approach and you hear the sound of lightning in the storm as it approaches, and the first few specks you see red drops, and they begin pitter-pattering on top of the deck. It is blood. It's gross and really weird. But you go through the ship being pelted, your visibility clouding, a red tint filling as you go through the trees, endless green and red in every direction that you can see, the ship chugging along, you just hoping and hoping it won't be that long. An hour goes by. It's relentless. You feel the blood in everything. Your clothes, even though you tried to cover them, you're sure are getting soaked. Another hour, persistent, still goes. The one solace, Visha, as the lightning strikes, the lightning rods connected to the ship's batteries charge repeatedly, and you get essentially full fuel from this weird, uncanny storm. But unnerving still as you hear the rain clatter against the sides of the spirit root as it bounces over the waves. Finally, after 3 hours of this, the clouds part and you see clear evening skies break as the drops get lesser and lesser and finally stop. Far in the distance, you can see your destination, maybe another half day to day's journey ahead, a small spit standing proudly against the western horizon. But you are now in the early evening hours. You survey the damage. It doesn't look like, as far as you can tell, both below deck and above, anything is damaged, but your poor baby, your poor ship is soaked in it.
As they come out of the storm and Vesh puts the engines on a slower heading as we approach the town, he's gonna walk below deck to see the rest of the crew, and he's just covered in blood. He's wiping it off of his face. And... All right, we've made it through.
Oh my god.
We're coming up upon port soon. Rusttown. It is.
So it really was blood.
Yes. Yes, a lot of blood. Hours of blood. You know, if I wanted to be covered in blood and viscera, I would have been a soldier.
I don't think you want to be a soldier here.
And she will take off her little, like, sash. That's pretty big. It's a big cloak. And she will just start wiping you down.
He's completely covered. You know, his
Oh, yeah.
face is just red,
It's-
slick with blood.
It's not doing much, but she's getting your, like, the exposed skin cleaned up.
He's wringing out parts of his clothing, and there's just blood like dripping on the floor. And he's like, "Oh, you know, maybe I shouldn't do that here."
It's fine.
Shit.
You really want a bath when you get to port.
I will clean the ship when we get to port.
Okay. Sounds good. I'll get changed. See if we can look over the ship's systems, make sure nothing is damaged, or take stock of what we need to clean later.
Your poor bird gives a few encouraging chirps from your side.
No, not the
I left
little
I left the bird below deck.
Yes, I know. You
thank
left the bird
goodness.
below
The
deck.
bird.
Poor little thing
I would
just
say you pick up the poor
Take
bird. I
them
was
blood.
not going to have the bird go through that. You left the bird below deck, but as you
Thank
get
goodness.
down and you pick up your poor bird, like,
Oh, I love them.
and trying to cheer you up. seeing you look.
Captain Vesh,
Yes, Skel?
what is that?
Ah. This is Tyndall. It's a bird.
But
Must-
you keep it caged.
Yes. It's not suited for these environments. I'm worried it'll be hunted, eaten.
So it is not an emergency ration.
No. This was given to me by my friend, my mentor, really.
What is money in this world?
There is no money
There
in this
is none.
world.
Oh.
Everything is bartered.
Skel will look at Aizuesco. You win the bet. It was not food.
It was a gift. Sort of memento of his journey.
Oh, is it a very rare bird?
It is.
Hmm.
There's not many of them. And they're not very well suited to surviving
Oh,
out in the wild sea.
see, that's what I mean. You have to find something rare to bring back.
As she kind of looks at Skel and Aizuesco.
Well, unfortunately, I didn't bring this one back.
No. I was talking about what you need to do for your journey.
Yes. Well, that's a whole separate matter.
Hmm.
My journey, I have to deliver a message from the council.
To where?
To one of our own, who left quite some time ago. man by the name of Zora. Cartographer. I don't think you'd have heard of them.
After my time.
And where is
Definitely.
this Zora?
Well, that's kind of the thing. We don't know. They were a
Ooh.
bit of an explorer themselves. They left the Sunscrapers, and they sent a message back saying that they weren't coming home. Usually, people just leave, and if they leave, they don't come back. They don't send a word.
So why bother them?
It's a message that needs to be delivered. I'm a word bearer. That's my calling. That's what I do. It's just so happens that this message is not an easy one to deliver. And that's why, if I'm able to do this, I'll prove myself. All of Heartstone Peak will know how capable I am.
I think you are capable.
Well-
You just sailed us through a bloodstorm.
You did. And besides, who cares what the council thinks? They're all old and silly anyway.
Well, I mean, I care. I care a lot. It's important. Didn't you say you were a sunscraper?
I did.
Oh. It's very important that I deliver this message that I return home successful. If I fail, I'm not going to
went-
fail.
Well, if their approval means so much to you, then we should do it.
Good. That's the idea. I hope that you'll be with me for the length of this journey, but it's quite far. Might take us a while. It's about as far west as any of our people have ever gone.
I do not fear the journey. So I am ready.
Fantastic. It's definitely feels more manageable with someone like you, Aizuesco.
As you are, if you burn through the night, another night without sleep, you could probably make it, but that seems daunting. I imagine you all will probably want to drop anchor and settle in for sleep. Am I assuming correctly?
Is the sun going down?
The sun is down, yeah.
Got it.
Alternatively, you could work the ship in shifts, but that comes with its own hosts of dangers.
We get to Rust Bucket tomorrow. Yes.
Yep. At this pace, we'll be there early afternoon.
And the engine should be fine.
Okay. We should probably get some rest. I'm gonna go take care of those things I mentioned.
Do
I
we
will
have...
deal with the anchor and make sure we are secure.
Do we have a large stock of water on board?
No.
I can start scrubbing.
You guys do not have water on board, unfortunately. You have a little bit of mead,
Oh, hell
but
yeah.
that's it. Water is a rarity on the wild waves.
Clean water or just normal, like drinkable water, or is all water?
Drinkable
rare.
water. Oh, let's think. Would you have undrinkable water?
Yeah, like for bathing and cleaning and
Well,
stuff.
even if we don't have it, maybe it's less rare. I'm just wondering if it's less
Yeah,
rare that we could
There is
possibly find
There
it.
is Crezerin tinted water that is more common that you should not drink, but you could use for cleaning the ship, yes. But like water that you can
Point-
safely drink is more rare.
Point of order.
Mm-hmm.
Would Aizuesco be a Crezerin filter of sorts? Considering
Wait a minute. You're
Wait,
on to something.
wait a second.
Hold on, wait a minute.
If you drink Crezerin water and we drink your piss, is that clean?
that's
Does
not what
that-
I was saying, bro.
If you
sorry.
put it Is it just water?
That's a good thought. Like, I don't know how you would filter it though. Like,
Our
I'm like,
body's
in
a filter.
theory, yes.
Sorry, was
but
that a
I
little
don't
gross?
know. No, I don't know the mechanics. Like how. Like, I think you're
This is
onto
like a
something. I just.
gelatin-based- as a gelatin-based form, I feel like there's some sort of way she.
Yeah,
It's not
I'm
actually
like.
gelatin-based, but it's like it's
No, I
gelatinous.
feel what you're saying. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I think. You know, I'm gonna say, this is drastic matters, but if you were to dump yourself in a bucket full of like Crezerin tainted water and squeeze in and just kind of sit there and absorb, yeah, there would be, you could have Crezerin-less water be the byproduct of that, but I think that would take some time. But yeah, you know, that's creative. I'll allow it because I think it's cool. But
In that case, then,
Skel, would you mind actually dealing with the anchor? I believe I have a solution to our water problems. It will take some time, but we need to rest anyway, so it seems to make sense.
I can deal with the anchor, yes.
and she is gonna go over to the bucket, and she just kind of like it's like one of those like old timey like cartoons where they have like the big striped bathing suit on and they like get in like 1 foot at a time, like very gingerly. It's almost like that, and then she kind of settles in, and it's like you just like she can't fully like melt into it because like she still has some of her bones.
But you can get
Left,
pretty small because of your
yeah.
gelatinous form.
Correct. Which she starts to do, and it's just like it's like watching molasses just kind of.
Oh, that's so cool.
I love that, and I will say you'll get. It's not gonna be a abundance of water, but you'll get enough water to. I'll say you could clean the deck with it. The sides of the ship you'll have to leave covered for now.
That's
Um,
fair.
or
and
you
would I
could
get-
save it to drink. Either way, but
and I would heal a bit. No,
you would heal a bit
Like one?
actually. Yes. Yeah.
like 1. Cool. Yeah, I'd had to be conservative. It's like I've already thrown Frank for a loop. I'm not trying to push too.
No,
hard.
it's fine. Like, I think that's cool. Just keep that piercing safe. And I think when you're below deck, Vesh, I think this is the time you write that letter in return to
Sure.
be mailed later, which I will reveal at a later time.
Sounds good.
And you all start settling for the night. I think we will take a quick break. We can have 10 or 15, and then we will return with you all making the second part of your journey to Rusttown, and then you will see what things are like when you get there. If it's still inhabited, if it's still even like stable, if it's been taken over. A lot can change. Maps are not accurate. Maybe it's not even Rusttown. We're going to find out in about 10 or 15 minutes. So see you all soon, everyone. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for bearing with us while we got a snacky, drinky. We are back to play more Wildsea. Quick reminders, discord.gg/magicrpg to see what's going on with us, including new show announcements. Let me bring up we're doing a Cosmere RPG show called Dying Storms. That is starting on October 23rd. That's going to be Thursday nights, GM'd by Craigums, with Mandy, myself, Tracy, and Chris. Miss Magitech and Stormbeard. That is going to be a ton of fun. I am playing Dark Mysterious Person. So that's going to be great. If you would like to support the art that you see here and all of our wonderful artists, you can leave us a tip. Wild Tips, the command in chat. If you want to do something specific with us, you can also see the stuff. There we go, that way, at the bottom of the screen. And you can help support the stream. It all goes towards our production costs, 90% of which is artwork, and the others are things for licensing, like for Epidemic Sound, like the music that you can hear and other things like that. And it all helps. And if you are just getting in here, I saw we got raided during the break. Thank you. And you don't know what's going on, but welcome, raiders. You can go to youtube.com/magicrpg and you can watch the premiere of this show, The Breath Between Branches, which is a Wildsea show. You can also watch The Curse of the House of Rookwood, which is coming back tomorrow. Those episodes are also on our YouTube, along with all of our other shows in D&D, Cyberpunk, Blades in the Dark, Vampire the Masquerade, Werewolf the Apocalypse, many, 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 many other systems. So those are all there. Okay. Let's get back. You all have dropped anchor. Aizuesco used some pretty good impromptu skills in figuring out how to get some water for drinking and cleaning the deck. I believe that Skel wanted to scrub the deck a little bit before heading off to sleep. And you all are going to try to rest your heads before you finish your journey and head to the nearby spit of Rusttown. But before you get there, I would just love to go through and know, let's go to Visha. What are you thinking, having been with this crew for a little bit of time?
Oh, I think she's pleasantly surprised. It's very different from the crew she rode out with. And I don't really think she's come to terms with that yet. That all those people are dead. But she's trying to make the best of it, and I think the trouble she's having right now and what's been on her mind is she's having trouble not comparing Vesh to her older brother. She sees where he fails, which are all valid failures that anyone would make. But there's just that her little whisper of, my brother wouldn't do that. He wouldn't have made that mistake. And she has to remember that doesn't matter. This is what's happening.
As you have that thought, you hear something tickling the back of your neck and wiggling its way into your mind. Silenced doubts. Please add that whisper to your sheet.
Oh my.
Anything else you all want to talk about, discuss, plan, plot, work on before you get some rest?
As Aizuesco is creating this water for Skel, he just grabs. I don't know if we have on the ship we have a survival station, so maybe
Mhm.
there's just some like sponges or some sort of rags.
I
And
think
he
that's
has
yeah.
he has a rag in each one of his 3 hands, and it's just like all 3 hands are just in motion on the deck, just scrubbing it.
Love that. Yeah, it takes you probably 30 to 60 minutes of scrubbing. And by the end of it, limbs sore, worked up a little bit of a sweat, but you're able to get the deck mostly clean. And you hear the sound of
think-
insects in the wilds. Go ahead.
I think out of fear for my lovely companion voice mod not doing this correctly, Skel, if you are anywhere near the bucket that Aizuesco is chilling in, it's almost like you hear like a throat singing, kind of like just a very like low, vibrous, like humming sound coming from her as she's there, and you would probably wager a guess that it sounds something like a crew song, but it's very slow, almost like a dirge. That's it.
What are you singing, Aizuesco?
You addressed me? Sorry, I was elsewhere internally. How can I help?
And she forms up a little bit.
I heard you humming.
Yes, the singing. It is just an old song to remind me of home.
It reminds me of home as well. More chittering, but the low drone. It is nice.
An honor this is then to hear it, to remind you of home, unless home is not something you wish to be reminded of, in which case I will cease.
Who can continue? It is okay. I will continue to scrub.
Permission registered.
And she kind of just relaxes back in, and it takes a little bit, almost as if she's nervous about it now that she's like aware someone was listening. But she gets back into it eventually.
And Skel goes back to scrubbing.
And yeah, you hear the sounds of the sea, something like crickets, the wind kind of going through, the night clear, unlike the crowded day. You don't see any other ships sailing the waves. You know there's probably creatures lurking below, but for now, they seem to have left you alone. And a hard day's travel, feel like you can do something good for your new friends, but peaceful for the moment and nice. What is Vesh doing while this is happening?
Vesh is generally has been keeping busy. Always trying to log something, patch up a little bit. I mean, he can't fix the like deep things on the ship, but patching up imperfections, cleaning up, cooking meals. You never really see him rest. Not until like the work day is done. He doesn't take, not that he doesn't take breaks, but it's his mind is always on the next task that needs to be done. And he's trying to keep his mind focused on that.
Eventually, you all decide to turn in early in the evening, get some sleep. Thankfully, uneventful. No one wakes you. The only thing that finally wakes you in the morning is the rising of the sun and the sounds of the birds fluttering of their wings as they take to the skies. I hope you all got good rest because you all have a long day ahead of you. What's your morning routines like, each of you?
Well, Visha doesn't have a morning routine because she doesn't sleep,
Oh,
as she realized
no.
tonight.
Oh no.
Poor little baby doesn't sleep.
So first you
she's-
try to sleep and you couldn't sleep?
Yeah. So she spent a lot of time wandering around the ship and seeing if things were in the same place as they were. Probably did a lot of the things that she was not allowed to do on the ship, like walk along the railing. Because ain't nobody here to scold her. Did that for a while. Stared at the stars for a long time. It's definitely picturing it, the flash to flash montage of walking along rails, laying in the middle of the ship, bored as hell, finding Bug, looking at Bug, and just waiting for other people to wake up. So she's very excitedly already awake when everyone else starts to wake up. In fact, maybe she has even gotten the little grilled rats ready and cut up.
Vesh is a very early riser, so you might see him get up. He immediately goes out onto the deck to start exercising. This is his first thing that he does as soon as he gets out of bed. He'll be doing sit-ups on the deck. He climbs the observation post with just the power of his upper body. Like hoists himself up the ladder. And you see he's like very nimble. Much more than you would think from his like large size. He can move his way around the ship, and he kind of does just a bunch of calisthenics like around the vessel. That's his early morning routine. And then he would normally get to cooking, and I think that he would go into the kitchen and see the rats already prepared.
Mm-hmm.
And
You're
just
up early.
always got to get started, you know? No point in waiting to get the day going, right?
That's a good point. Well, I've already made. I don't really want to call this a breakfast because it's not great, but it's what we have. But I did take some of the medicinal herbs from the med bay. And so it might taste better today.
You know, I actually quite like rats. They're pretty good. And I think I'm going to like this meal a lot, even though we did have it last night and the meal before that as well. But I know I'm going to like it again, a third time.
It's going to be even better.
You muted, Frank?
Damn it, I am muted. I say, Visha, just roll me a cook with whatever edge you feel is appropriate.
Sweet baby's not very good at cooking.
But you can
she's
make a
trying.
good attempt.
Yep, I'll use sharp.
A 3.
You've had better.
She tried.
It's rat.
You're welcome. It's rat.
Have you seen the other two?
No. I figured in let them sleep if they need it.
You people sleep a long time.
Us people? Oh, right. Have you a lot of experience with, well, not being a spirit, but in your time, was that common?
Not common, no, but I've seen one before.
I have a little bit of, well, I don't want to say experience, but I've seen a few, definitely.
Really? What were they like?
Well, most of them aren't like you. You're a bit different.
What do you mean?
You know that, right? Well, you're, well, they call it, you're anchored to this realm. You're here more directly.
I wonder why that is.
Well, that I couldn't tell you.
Maybe the ancestors knew that you needed my help.
Maybe. Visha, do you have that compass on you still?
Yeah?
And she'll pull it out of her pocket and dangle it.
Mind if I... He reaches his hand out.
She'll hand it to him.
It doesn't feel bad, but even just not touching it, you feel just a little uncomfortable. And
Everything's still
unlike-
okay?
Unlike before, Vesh, where it was spinning uncontrollably, the compass seems to be working fine now.
Mm-hmm. Now, Vesh, he looks deeply at this compass. You know, I didn't quite see it before. Like I said, I haven't met a lot of your kind, your type, I guess. But you know, this is very important, right?
The compass?
Yes. The compass. Well. And Vesh is going to, he's going to stand up. You stay right there. How do you feel if I were to take this away?
Please do not take it away.
He's going to take a few steps back towards the door.
She will follow.
No, stay there.
No, I would rather not.
You're drawn to this, right?
Very much so.
Well, this is your anchor. The same way the ship's anchor keeps it steady to its position. This is your anchor to this realm.
Well, then give it back.
He hands it back to her.
Where'd you get it anyway?
I don't know. Honestly, if I had known it for what it was, I never would touch it.
That's rude.
Well, I don't want to harm any spirit, you know? I don't want to be the cause of them losing their anchor.
I wonder if my brother is trapped in a object.
Well, I would keep this very secret. Most people, they can't tell what it is. I don't know why, but for some reason I can. And you shouldn't let anyone know about this. It could be dangerous for you.
I'm already dead. How dangerous could it be?
You could become untethered, like the other spirits.
What's wrong with the other spirits?
I mean, I guess nothing's wrong with them, but they aren't as aware as you are.
Oh,
They
that
don't
does sound worse.
really quite know what's going on around them.
Okay.
For some insight to the players, this is one of my aspects, is that I can identify these objects and see spirits.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Something that I've had to deal with for a while, but haven't really interacted with a spirit like this before. And he would tell you this, Visha, that I've never actually spoken at length with an anchored spirit like you. I didn't quite recognize you at first.
Well, maybe if you fail in your quest, you can take me back.
Well, of course, if you need help going somewhere.
No, I mean, maybe it would make up for the fact that you failed, if you do.
Oh, no. No, I wouldn't do that. They would want to study you. They would probably want to see if they could turn you into some kind of weapon or something. I can't imagine that'd be a good fate for you. No, I wouldn't. I would never.
So you have morals, and yet you still want their approval.
Well, they're not all bad.
Maybe they've changed. But I think it's pretty silly to run a whole civilization on something so dangerous. To have some kind of system where someone's only merit is as good as what they can do. How useful they are.
Well, how would you run things? I mean, it's not an easy world out here, you know? We've got to survive.
I wouldn't discard those who are weak. Like they do.
Well,
And I didn't.
we just have to not be weak, right?
What makes someone weak? I've met
Right.
men who can't lift a thing, but they have the strongest hearts and are kind and take care of people. Is that weak? Because our council would say they are. And they'd cast them out into the Wildsea.
Well, I'm sure there's something that they could do to provide and benefit the others. I mean, that's what it means to be strong. We don't all have to be soldiers, no. I mean, some of us are farmers, some of us are thinkers, scientists. That's important too.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody has to do something. Everybody has to work.
Well, of course. But what about those who can't?
I don't know. It's not for me to decide, is it?
No, I suppose it's not.
We just do the best we can, right? Make sure we perform as best as we can. Make sure we produce as much as we can. That's how you get through it. It's not much else you can do.
Not with that way of thinking. It's okay,
Sure,
you'll get
maybe.
there.
You know, I think I have to go check on the engine again. He's
Okay,
gonna
don't
finish
break
up
it.
his food. He's gonna put his head down and hurriedly put his plate away and leave the room wherever they're eating. Actually, you know what? He's gonna say something else because they're probably eating in the engine room, right? That's where we said that they were.
That's where
is that
you
were
were
we said that-
cooking off of the engine heat. Yeah.
Yeah,
bet.
yeah. So he's going to, he's gonna make up some. He's gonna say, I'm going to go check and make sure the cargo is secured, and then he's gonna leave quickly.
She would stay there.
Finish your rat breakfast.
No, I'm going to take rat breakfast to the others.
Mm.
I'm not eating that.
You are all greeted with breakfast in bed.
Wherever
As
you
you-
may be eating.
As you go down to the cargo hold, Vesh, did you actually come down to the cargo?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, you see Skel is just hanging from the cargo net, just still.
He's going to try and keep quiet, and he's worried that you're asleep, but he doesn't want to. He's too embarrassed to go somewhere else on the ship, so he's going to just be quietly in the corner looking at the cargo, trying not to interrupt you.
Hey, Frank.
Yeah.
I think you can understand why I'm asking, but where's Aizuesco?
In your gelatinous little goo form.
I mean, I believe your ship has room for quarters, so you can
We
decide.
do, which is
So
You can-
that's so what you're implying is that she's no longer in the bucket, is my question.
Yes, I mean, unless you
Okay.
wanted to sleep in the bucket, that's fine. But yeah, I
We
assume
won't
you
bucket
can
shame
sleep in a
here.
bed. But whatever you want.
I felt like asking you was leaving it up to fate, so you've answered it. She is not in the bucket.
No, she is not in the bucket.
Okay. But there is so then there is a bucket of like seemingly clean water.
Yes.
And I think the last you were aware, it was Crezerin, like it was Crezerin tinted.
Yeah. Correct.
that's very interesting. And he's gonna puzzle over this because I don't believe you informed him that you were a walking, talking water purifier.
Not the walking talking water pure.
He's gonna take a look at that and carefully make sure that it's secure because that's precious. But he's not gonna drink it because he's not gonna trust that it's safe just yet.
I'm going
anyway.
to make a small leap of faith that you probably have a rain catch on this ship, but you can only carry so much. But yeah. Also making the assumption you did not have it open for the blood.
Fair.
Yeah. No, we'll leave that one closed.
As you're kind of looking at this water that seems, not like crystal lake pure, but you don't see any of the telltale signs of Crezerin in it, which is strange. You see little vibration. If you are thinking of Jurassic Park, the footstep as the water shakes. And then it gets a little bit more violently shaking, and then the whole ship begins to shake. And you all know the telltale signs of what this is. The beginnings of a root quake. But before it seems to get started in earnest, it settles, and stops.
The
But-
shaking, Skel like releases himself from the cargo hold, and he's like looking around.
You'll see Vesh shaken up a bit, and he's on high alert. He immediately knew what that was.
You all have lived with this
And-
your whole lives, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But then it stops, and you realize, false alarm, or maybe it was a small one.
That was a small one, Captain Vesh.
Well, small one can turn into a big one before you know it. Best we keep on alert, right? I'm gonna get up to helm.
Visha. Hi, Visha. Good morning.
Hi,
She just appears.
I brought you rat breakfast.
Mm. And he just takes it by the tail, and, like the steak, just places it, and it just
Welcome,
receipt tapes up into his mask.
Was that better or worse?
It's rat.
Then the steak.
Yeah.
They were similar in sustenance.
Did you like the flavor?
It is protein.
Yeah, but I put a little mint on top.
Zelacrae do not have tasting properties.
Oh. Okay, noted.
Why are you two down here?
This is the cargo hold, Skel? I guess I should say, maybe we should be asking you that. You can sleep in a bed now, right? You don't have to live down here.
With a blanket.
But I like it down here. I can hang from the cargo netting. It is dark and damp.
Well, it shouldn't be damp. Maybe we should look into that.
Aizuesco was playing in the water.
Right.
Where are they?
That's a good question. I need to give them rat breakfast.
Remember, no salt.
There's no salt.
Good call. So you want to stay down here, Skel?
This feels welcoming.
Okay.
Unless it others you.
No, I just don't want to interrupt you if I need to come down here while you're resting.
We can rest periodically. If it
Maybe we
makes
can,
you, if my spider-like nature upsets you, we can hang cargo net in living quarters.
If you're more comfortable here, that's fine. I was thinking maybe we could just spruce it up for you a little bit. You know, maybe cordon off a little section for you, put up a... Maybe we can make some kind of curtain.
Ooh. Yeah, that would be
So
nice.
you could have your own space. But if you're comfortable down here, I wouldn't want to make you move.
I've never had my own space.
Well, do you want one?
Yes.
And Vesh is gonna smile at that. Well, great. Okay. Well, we'll put that together for you then. What kind of things do you like?
I like darkness.
Mm.
I like small spaces.
Okay.
I like protecting the home.
Okay. But I mean, do you have any hobbies or anything that you're fond of? Maybe, so we can make it a little bit more homey, I guess.
But the ship is home.
Do you like flowers?
Not particularly, no.
Okay, no flowers.
No flowers. Okay. Okay, so cool, dark, damp, small.
What about cool rocks?
Rocks can be helpful.
Okay, we could find some cool rocks.
Yes. Okay. All right. That's good. We've probably got some time before we get to port, right?
We can take the sheet off of the bed he was going to sleep in and make a curtain.
That's a great idea. Why don't you go and put that together, see if you can hang some curtains up here. I'm going to go and see if I can find some rocks. We have our...
I have to find Aizuesco and give her her rat breakfast.
I
After
will
breakfast.
be fine for the moment. We should get to the rust place.
Well, I think we can manage at the pace that we're going, right?
Hmm.
Your engine is sputtering. No offense, Visha. You got us running last night. But as you said yourself, time is of the essence.
Yes.
No need
Okay.
to waste time on me.
We can do
Okay.
it tonight. I'm going to go upstairs and deliver the last plate of rat.
We search.
Sounds good.
Captain Vesh,
Yes, Skel?
you should walk on your planks like a strong-legged person.
Okay. Thank you.
When climbing webs, you have faith that the web will hold. Have faith in your planks.
I think I understand. I will. This is a
And-
good ship.
Thank you again for allowing me to stow away here.
You're not stowing away. You're a part of the crew.
Part of the ship.
Thank you for letting me be a part of the crew.
I should be thanking you. So, I think we're even.
I will be down here.
Okay. And he's gonna hold out his hand to shake.
And he kind of looks at it.
Oh, it's a gesture of camaraderie, of friendship.
Friendship.
So you would take my hand, put your own hand in mine, and he'll kind of reach
And
out towards his hand hesitantly.
And he, with his third arm, he shakes his, like, yeah. Not his regular two, his third one. You see
Mhm.
it kind of come out from under his kind of his poncho parka thing and reach.
Awesome. Great. Okay.
And as
And
you
you just-
shake it, you feel vibrations under his cloth. Like if
Yeah,
things
you
are
just-
moving under there.
And just give it a little, well, not too firm, but, you know, a good grip and a little shake. And that's it.
And he
It's
goes,
called
he puts it out again.
And he'll shake one more time.
Good shake
How was that?
hand. Friendship, yes.
Okay. All right. And he's going to turn and walk out of the cargo hold.
And you see Skel kind of grab the netting and kind of just get in there.
Sometimes you be getting in there. Let me find Aizuesco. She needs her rat breakfast. You're muted, friend.
Ah, yes, Aizuesco needs the rat breakfast.
You need rat breakfast. I deem it so. So I will go looking. All around.
It's not a very big ship.
Yeah.
You find Aizuesco.
Where mayhaps would you be?
I think she's probably found like a small little like area of the ship that doesn't have like a porthole, and she can essentially sleep with her back up against the wall, kind of a thing. I think when you find her, she's like in like a cot of some sorts, and the room is very dark, and like it's literally like pressed up against like a wall of the ship, and she snores real loud.
You would peek in, knock on the door frame.
All you hear is snoring in response. She is out.
She ponders. I would like to go incorporeal.
Shift through the door.
Yes, I would like to shift the rat with me.
Yeah,
Because
I'd say.
I'm gonna do a polite little drop off.
I think that is fine.
She tiptoes in, sets the little rat plate down on whatever
Snoring
surface.
stops.
Oh. Big blinks, frozen.
Good morning.
Is that you?
It's me.
And then she realizes, comes back into view.
Sorry. I knocked, but you were sleeping, so I was going to leave your breakfast right here.
You brought me sustenance that was not required of you.
No, but it was the nice thing to do.
You hear shuffling, and I imagine you can see in this darkness. She sits up and has like the blanket kind of like pulled over her chest, securing it with her right arm. And again, her like ink blot oculars kind of aperture out, taking what she can. Since you didn't open the door, you walked through it.
I am appreciating your gesture. Thank you, Visha.
Of course. Do you normally sleep in late?
No, I am not a late sleeper.
She says, clearly lying.
Well, that's okay if you are. We're in no
Well,
rush.
If you say so, but I am not.
Right, if you were, but you're not.
Correct. Affirmative, yes.
That's just a theoretical.
Where have you placed this breakfast?
I could just bring it to you.
You have done a kindness already. No need to do another one.
Doesn't cost anything to be kind.
I know some that would disagree, but I understand the sentiment.
She would shuffle forward, hand out.
Have you have moved closer?
Yes.
There's a little bit of a glow from her arm. It's like an electric blue kind of glow, acting a little bit like a nightlight, and her inkblot eyes kind of slit a little bit now that she doesn't need to look as hard.
I am not used to my crew looking after me. Thank you, Visha. I am Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I don't have to sleep, so it's easy for me to make breakfast.
I see, yes, that would indeed make sense. I am sorry. Do you lament the lack of this rest of the mortal kind?
It gets a little boring waiting for people to wake up, but that's about it.
I can commiserate being one that does not sleep in late.
Right. It's probably hard to wait for other people to wake up too then.
She kind of like shuffles towards the edge of the cot, which like has the strange effect of making her look a little shorter for a moment because of the way that the cot is oriented, and her thighs are kind of like, basically they're just like gummy bearing like into the side of the cot as opposed to propping her up.
Oh, cool.
And then she stands a little awkwardly at her full height because she's still using her arm to like keep the blanket in place. And she looks down and are you reaching your hand out?
Yeah, with the little plate.
Okay. She will then like take it with her free hand, and then she will, realizing that I think her move was to like go and get it, but if you had it in your hand, then she kind of was like awkwardly like, oh. And then she takes it and then like sits back down.
I apologize. I am not quite decent. I did not expect everyone to wake before me.
That's fair. I suppose if you're an early riser, then you wouldn't be used to even earlier risers.
Yes, exactly. That is what I was thinking.
And she like begins to munch as you were there.
I will give you your time, but we're all out on the deck whenever you're ready.
It will not be long.
Okay, take your time.
She gives a little wave.
What is taking? Yes, ardent idiom. I understand.
All right, we'll see you out there. And she will just go through the door again.
As soon as you go through the door, she just like scarfs this. She's like so embarrassed the minute you're gone. She's just like internal monologue is, fuck, everyone's woke up before me. Shit.
Shit! Lols.
So it's very like Sailor Moon, I'm late for school, toast in the mouth kind of like she's desperately trying to get like dressed, tripping over the blanket a little bit.
Yes, I
You might hear like a thud from below. And then just the loud sound of the door, just like way too much force in pulling the door open. She's like still like trying to make sure everything is like in place. It's a little uncomfortable because she's rushing. And not long after, she joins everyone else.
Yeah, last one up on
Yay.
deck as Vesh getting to the wheel, the helm. Visha checking on the engine, I assume, again.
Mm-hmm.
And Skel taking lookout. You all set out on the second part of your journey, raise anchor, and go. There's a few hazards along the way. You see some pretty gnarly looking beasts in the distance, but you keep your distance from them. Manage to avoid a few larger holes in the thrash. And as you get closer, the hours go by. The only thing notable that crosses your path that is interesting that warrants further investigation, when you get maybe 2 hours away, as Rusttown looms ahead, is Aizuesco. You spot it down in the tangle, and you haven't seen an operation like this in a while, but you notice about a dozen different garden plots being manned by people on stilts, several hundred feet down, but the plots are big enough. It's almost like looking down out of an airplane and seeing fields, as you're like looking down and you see just these farms are on the branches of the enormous trees beneath you, and you see people just tending to them. You're very easily able to direct Vesh away from driving through them, as it is extremely rude to plow through someone's garden. But you are able to dodge around. God damn it. And not do that. And get to Rusttown by about midday. And what you see, you get to the port, and you see there are several other ships docked there. And what you see is an enormous shipyard. It looks like it can hold ships much larger than yours. Rusted over ladders, catwalks, scaffolding that looks like it's used to repair ships. It looks like a pretty complex operation. You see all sorts of heavy machinery at this dock shipyard. At least a dozen different either mechanics or ship hands. And you see out past the shipyards are a scattered collection of maybe about 20 or 30 buildings, all pretty like ramshacks, not super well put together, all made out of sheet metal. And you see what makes up the bulk of the spit at the center is kind of this shipwreck that's been expanded upon by just layering sheet metal onto the branches of the iron roots that are next to it. And it's almost like this entire spit is just like delicately balancing on this sheet metal, with the center and the shipyards as the thing that look the most secure. But you see people walking, going about their days, and you hear a huge whistle announcing your arrival as you come into port. You have two men signaling you with a yellow cloth, allowing you to drop anchor and come into port.
All right. We'll just ease her in nice and slow.
No problem docking. As soon as you dock, you see about 4 different people, Ketra, an Actus, 2 Ardents, drop a gang or bring up a gangplank and go to the side of your ship and drop it over and wait for you to come on down.
All right.
Welcome to Rusttown, travelers.
Hello there. Good to see some new faces.
It's good to have see new travelers. It's been a few days since we saw anyone.
Well, I'm sure we're going to enjoy each other's company then for the time that we're here.
Yes, wonderful. Do you need any repairs? Do you need food, supplies, requisitions?
All of the above.
Wonderful. Make sure you drop off your mail at the post, and we'll have a word bearer send it on its way at the appropriate time. Make sure you bring what you've got to trade if you need repairs. And our yard, we're the best shipyard around. You won't find anyone any better. So you'll have to negotiate with the mechanics, but they'll treat you nice.
That's good to hear. We'll get our stuff then.
Wonderful. Well, if you need anything, I'm just a ship hand, but I need to look up names. It's my name.
What's their name, Frank? What's their name?
I have
Frank, what's your
names.
name?
Griff will sort you out if you look him up. He's one of the lead rattle hands around here.
Sounds good. We'll give Griff a calling to as soon as we're settled. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. You'll find accommodations easily. They'll give you a day's food, and you can stay as long as you've got the trade to support it, friends. Welcome to Rusttown.
Yay, Rusttown.
Captain Vesh.
Yes.
Should I bring the cannon?
Oh,
Fuck Rusttown.
is that normal to be carrying weapons around? Like,
Normal is relative. It depends on the outpost. Some people are open carrying, some outposts weapons are banned. It varies depending on where you go and who you are.
well, Skel, my people wouldn't be caught without their weapon. That's pretty common where I'm from. If you feel comfortable with it, as long as the authorities here, if there are any, don't have anything to say about it. Well, we don't want to cause trouble, right? So, if they tell you to put it back on the ship, then I guess do that.
I will go get the hive breaker then.
You don't have to carry it, though. I mean, that's
He stops.
up to you.
Looks back at you.
It's huge.
It has been with me as long as I can remember. If you think it would cause trouble, I don't like trouble.
I just want you to be comfortable. If you don't want to lug it around, I'm captain on this ship, but out there, you're your own man.
I will leave it.
Spider. Okay. Sounds good.
And he goes to shake your hand.
Oh, okay. Yeah, absolutely. And he'll shake your hand back. All right, I'm gonna go gather my things, and I'll see you out on the spit.
As you all go down, gather your things down the gangplank and feel your feet touch solid ground, quotes, for the first time in a while. How does that feel?
You see Skel kind of like sway a little bit. Like if you've been on a ship for a while and you hit
Yes.
solid
Sea
ground,
legs.
you start swaying a little bit. Yeah.
And keep in
Mhm.
mind, it's all like sheet metal, so it's like
Uh-huh.
making small indentations, and you hear like the sound as you're walking, kind of like the pong, 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 pong. And this it looks like in aggregate, there's maybe even 100 people total that live on this spit. But people, as they see you, they're kind of like going about their business, walking around. A lot of people doing repairs or, cutting things down. They give you a very wide berth, Skel. They kind of like see you and like stay away. It's like, this dude's got a cannon, but no one is rude to you or says anything to you yet.
To me?
Okay.
Sorry?
Yeah, so no one says anything to you at all. Like they
Got it.
kind of like go away from you and give you a wide
Mhm.
berth because you have this giant cannon on your shoulder.
No, I left it on the ship.
Oh, you
He
left it on the ship. Oh,
Yes,
my
yes.
bad. Okay,
Mhm.
then in that case, never mind. Then all good. I misunderstood that you actually did leave it. What is your first order of business, friends? You've got a lot of things to take care of. You can get the ship fixed. You can try to trade some of your salvage. I know that Vesh has some letters to drop off, or maybe some more to pick up and transport. There's things that you could try to find. Inspect the local gossip.
We need to repair the battery. It could also use a hull wash.
Okay. Well, I will see if I can secure us something to barter with. I'm going to head to the post.
We have rats.
We do. We also need to eat those rats.
But we can find more things to eat, right? Can't do that if
Presumably.
the ship's broken.
Well, we'll keep that in mind for sure. We'll need to take a visit to Griff for certain. Is anybody particularly good at bartering a good deal?
I'm good at arguing.
As I look at my character sheet, I'm actually pretty good at bartering a good deal.
As I'm expecting.
Episode 2, getting to learn the
Yeah,
game.
getting to know your characters. Let's say, does anyone
Actually-
speak brass tongue? I don't think so,
thinking about
but-
myself for a minute. Actually, I'm pretty good at this bartering.
Yeah.
So I think our best order of business as a crew would be to ascertain what we do have to barter and whether we can gather anything else. Whether it be services that we can offer rendered in order to have something to barter with. I don't imagine ship repairs are going to be very cheap out in a place like this.
What if they have people who are sick and need tending to? I could trade my services.
Fantastic. There's always people in need of aid.
I left the cannon on the ship, so
Well,
I can't do much.
we probably
Aw.
shouldn't trade your cannon, I imagine.
I was saying if they need something blown up.
Oh, well, if they do, I mean, we can still offer to go get the cannon and blow it up.
And then maybe if someone gets blown up, like accidentally, I can patch them. And then we get 2 for 1.
Oh yeah, you really are a skybreaker. Or sunscraper. Sorry, forgot my own.
Wrong game.
Uh-oh.
You see Skel perk up, goes over to Aizuesco, and puts out his hand.
Oh, she absolutely shakes it immediately.
You know of the shake hand friendship gesture.
I know of the shake hand friendship gesture. I also know you are more than your capability to wield a weapon.
I am more than the cannon. Thank you.
Far more. Far more indeed.
We should go.
And you see a tall, muscular-looking Ardent with a apron on his chest, and oil and soot and many other things on his arms and his clothes.
Oh.
Good afternoon. Griff is the name. My hand told me you need some work done on your ship.
Yes. Yes, we do. We've taken a little bit of a banging, and and the engine looks like it needs a bit of repair.
Well, we can certainly help you out with that. Mind if I have a look?
Yes, absolutely.
Great. And he gently pushes past you up the gangplank and onto the ship. He doesn't even ask where the engine is. It seems like he must be on a lot of ships because he just kind of naturally goes into the right direction. You actually see him like testing out the wood and notices you all got caught in the bloodstorm a few days ago.
Oh, is that a common occurrence?
I wouldn't say that, but we just finished cleaning it up ourselves. Took a lot of the town's water. People voted to get rid of it. Oh, let's see here. That looks nasty. What took a bite out of your engine?
Rats?
Rats.
Yep, that'll do it. Yeah, we can fix that. Probably about a week.
A week? Okay. That's quite a while.
Longer than you want to spend, I know. Maybe we could bump it down to 4 or 5 days if you throw into something extra.
I see. It's is it a tough job, or do you have a lot of ships you need to work on?
Oh, we got plenty to work on, but you saw we don't got a lot of visitors right now. But, you know, traffic always comes and goes. But no, we're not ruffians around here. We just need some odds and ends done. What kind of skills or trade you got on this boat?
We can do whatever needs to be done. We're a quite capable crew.
Well, I mean, that could be anything. Like,
Exactly.
do you have a profession, son?
I'm a doctor.
A doctor?
Yeah.
Well, we've got certainly plenty of sick folk that could use tending to. You want to
Perfect.
supply your services for the time? That's more than good enough in trade.
That sounds like a good deal.
She looks at Vesh.
Yeah, if that's all we need to do, that's fantastic.
We, any of you all word bearers? We've got some posts that needs to go in every direction.
I was going to stop by there right after we spoke.
Wonderful. Do you have any water on board as well?
Not a lot.
No bother.
Why?
Water we don't have much of, and we need it to feed the gardens. The rain, you know, not that common around here. So
especially when it's blood.
Yeah, I hope they're all okay over there. Must have been nasty cleanup that they're going through in the gardens.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Okay, but Miss, your name is,
Visha.
Visha. Yes, we'll, take you to, well, it's not so much a clinic so much as, well, a hostel, really, but take you to where we're keeping the sick folk, and you can see what you can do, and we'll put you to work, and me and my boys will fix this engine up, try to do something about the blood on the side of your ship, and set you on your way.
Sounds like a fair deal to me.
Great. And he holds out his hand to shake.
I'll shake it. I'll
He,
shake
he
it.
actually winks at Skel. Friendship gesture.
The shake hand friendship gesture. Griff, man is friend.
Happy to hear it.
Go.
You know, we've got a Silicre mechanic. Don't see a lot of Silicre that much, but he's a friendly sort. If you want to stop by the shipyard, I'm sure you all could have a good conversation with one.
You see Skel kind of like, no.
Oh, I apologize. Should I lie if he asks?
I try to avoid other Zelacre.
Oh. All right then. Kind of looks taken aback. My hands will see to the ship. We'll get that in the yard and get you on your way. And he gives you brief directions to the hostel and to the post, and tells you about where there's some lodging. They keep like one little. It's basically a shack, but they serve food there, and have some spare beds in the surrounding buildings if you want to stay there, or tells you can sleep on your ship even while they work on it. It's your choice. It just says, well, just don't start any trouble. If you end up getting into trouble, just holler for help. Someone will come running. And yeah, don't kill no one. And we'll be square.
I think we can manage that.
Great. Well, thank you, crew. I look forward to a wonderful 3 to 5 days with you all. And I think that is a great place to stop our session for the evening, friends. You have a outpost to explore, a few days of tasks to get done, probably a little bit more time than you wanted to spend, but, you know, adventure always has an interesting way of finding you.
Absolutely.
We will be back next week, and we will also have tomorrow we will have the Curse of the House of Rookwood probably returning. We may have to skip the session. We will see how that pans out. But also, just for the last time, in case anyone missed it, we have our Cosmere RPG show starting in 3 weeks. October 23rd on Thursdays, GM'd by Craigums, and starring Stormbeard, Magitech, Tracy, Chris, myself, and Mandy. That is going to be a ton of fun. Thank you, Raiders, for sticking around. I see a lot of you still in chat. Really appreciate it. If you are new here, you can follow the stream. If you want to see episode 1 of this show, it's on our YouTube, youtube.com/MagiRPG. And if you want to know about all of our different shows and what we've been doing, you can join our Discord, discord.gg/MagiRPG. We're probably going to go play Supermarket together. If you want to talk about that, do that in our channels and talk about all sorts of other nerdy TTRPG games. We've got D&D, VTM, Cyberpunk, Blades in the Dark, etc., many things. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for watching. Really appreciate you all for joining us. You could do anything with your night and you chose to spend it with us. That does not go unnoticed. If you would like to support the stream and the wonderful artwork like you just saw on that little preview and the artwork that you see here of our wonderful cast, you can just leave us a tip. And if you want to write the crew a letter, this is a great time to do it. They'll get it next episode. So if you want to do that, let us know. Even if you're offline and you want to leave a tip, you can just message me on Discord. But that is going to do it for us, everyone. I hope you all have a great day or night whenever you're watching this, and we will see you next week. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.